Looking like it's showtime. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. Welcome to the late night show with your host, Dr. Kojo. I am checking in tonight on a beautiful West Coast Friday nighter, and we're talking about some common neurodivergent traps that you could fall into. Maybe you've fallen into these before, and maybe you'll fall into it in the future. But because you've watched this live stream, you'll know that you're falling into it. And you're like, okay, all right, I know what's going on right now, so I'm not confused. So we're gonna talk about 6 key things. It's gonna be a great live stream. Go ahead and use the comment section to let me know where you're checking in from. Morg, how are you? The first one in here on YouTube. Thank you so much for your attention. Go ahead and like the live stream. Use the share button to share to somebody who could also benefit from it. We're streaming live on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, both my YouTube pages, the Late Night with Dr. Kojo page, and also my main Kojo software page, Twitch as well, and also on TikTok. So we're live streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. It's going to be an amazing live stream. 6 common traps that neurodivergent people fall into. This is a great time for me to mention that I will be on tour starting on the 26th of April. We will be in Houston, Texas at the All Jokes Aside Comedy Club, and I cannot wait to see y'all there. The big Neurodivergent Comedy World Tour starts April the 26th, Houston, Texas, and it's going to be an amazing show. Tickets are selling fast. The room is expected to be full and packed out and sold out. So I'm so grateful for your attention. Thank you so much. And those are going to be some amazing comedy shows. So I can't wait to see y'all there. Leilani, what's going on? Sam, what's up? What's up? What's up? Krusty Krab. Talk to him. Talk to him. So we start off the comedy tour in Houston on the 26th of April. The next month, we're going to be in Nashville, Tennessee at Zany's. Nashville, Tennessee. Zany's, May 31st. So the Nashville show is also selling really, really, really well. In fact, we're looking to open up a second show in Tennessee, which would make me very happy. Very, very, very happy to come back to Tennessee, to my hometown, and to sell out 2 shows. It would make me feel so warm and fuzzy inside, and I would get to meet a lot more of my community. So that's what we have on the agenda. Well, look at that. Lovita is going to the Nashville show as well. Love of the show to Lovita because she's coming from Texas. So love of the show. Love of the show to Lovita. Look, I'm going to see if I can get like maybe a couple of plates of fufu and just have it with me on stage and see who wants to eat rice balls. Who wants to eat rice balls with me? So Nashville, we're potentially going to have 2 shows in Nashville. It's going to be amazing. The next month, we will be in New York City. New York City on the 11th of June. The following week, Chicago, Illinois, June 18th. So those are the 4 dates that we have right now. We're looking to add more cities. Somebody said Spokane. We're looking to add Seattle. I know Spokane is on the other side of Washington. They're not that close to each other. But eventually, we'd love to come to Spokane as well. We'd love to come to Spokane as well. I know that Seattle is, we're talking about adding Seattle actively, but I've never been to Spokane. So I'd love to go. Tennessee. I can't wait to see y'all there. Tennessee. Shout out to your partner. If your partner put you on to me, then you're in the right relationship. Signs that you are in a healthy relationship. Your partner showed you my videos. I will see you at the show, Lovita. It's going to be a great time. We'll try and come out to Ohio as well. Yeah, so an African food that we have is called rice balls. It's like rice in a ball, and you eat it with soup. So I'd like to see if maybe some of my family can make some food. Obviously, at the comedy clubs, there's going to be food there, so I'm not going to mess up what they have going on. But maybe if we can get a couple of bowls of jollof rice for a couple of lucky folks, it made me feel good. And Sophie, a great question on TikTok. Do you not think that if everyone got tested majority of people will fit into a neurodivergent group. I don't know about the majority, but a lot of people would. There's a lot of undiagnosed amongst us, okay? And they don't know it. Paisley, thank you for your attention. This is a great pickup line right here. In fact, this pickup line has never not worked for me. I've used it twice in my life, and it's worked both times. You can't take yourself too seriously. These cheesy pickup lines do work. Okay, looks like we have to work on getting a show in Spokane. Kansas City, there's a lot of cities that we don't have on the list that we would love to come to. So just know that we're looking to come to your city. And I've seen some people talk about the Netherlands and other places around the world. We are looking to come there as well. There are neurodivergents everywhere. So we are looking to come there as well. We're looking to come there as well. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the comedy shows. I'm excited for it. I'm excited. Patrick is saying that he's early, which Patrick is early, but I know Patrick is in the UK. And right now it's 3 a.m. in the United Kingdom. So Patrick, hey, I love seeing Patrick on these live streams because it's kind of like when you're texting your friend at 2 a.m. and then your friend texts you back. You're like, Ariana, what are you doing here? Why are you awake? Patrick, I appreciate you. So Patrick, thank you so much. Thank you. And oh yes, speaking of the Skool community, let me talk about this before we get into the 6 traps neurodivergents fall into. So the Skool community is a place where you can congregate with other neurodivergent individuals, toss around ideas, and I'm gonna put my best tips, tricks, and strategies into the Skool community. And these are going to be a lot of my raw thoughts. So a lot of my working thoughts. Eventually, when I work on a thought and I write it out, and it goes through a couple of different iterations, then it becomes a video that I put on social media when I really believe something. But sometimes I'll have a very early thought, or something will cross my head and cross my mind, and I'm like, you know what? This thought needs to come out of my head. That's what we're going to put on the Skool community. This is going to be an international community, and also when I see research and data that suggests something that we should be doing in the neurodivergent community, the first place is going to be on the Skool community. So past courses will be there. All my videos from Patreon will be on the Skool community, and there's going to be a place where you can talk to other spicy individuals. So social media is like the big melting pot. The Skool community is obviously going to be smaller because it's a paid group, but you can hit the link in the bio to join the Skool community. So it's SKOOL. The link in the bio on all platforms, YouTube, Facebook. I'm not sure about LinkedIn, but YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. You can join the Skool community and begin meeting other neurodivergent people who are just like you, because there are certain things that we do that we know that we have to keep doing, and certain things that we shouldn't be doing that we're doing right now that we probably need to stop. So it's all about figuring out what is the best system for us, because if we don't have a system, it's going to be very difficult to do anything with consistency, right? And our definition of consistency is different from other people's definition. I just want to make that clear. You might be consistent with something for 2 weeks, take a 1 week break, and you don't do it again for 8 months. Okay. So it's different for us. So just know that don't judge yourself based off of neurotypical standards of consistency. All right. Dude, I was in the play, and that Tennessee line was one of the lines in there. Hey, it's a cheesy line, but it works. It works. And look, if you like somebody and that person likes you, you really can't miss. Like there's no pickup line that you can use that wouldn't like not work. Like it would work, right? It would work. So if they like you, they're rocking with you. But yeah, I'm excited to get into the Skool community and figure out how we can use that, because people have been talking about Skool for a long time, and I didn't know what they were talking about. I'm like, what is Skool? What's Skool? What's Skool? What's Skool? But now I get it. Now I get it. All right, so we're here on a Friday nighter talking about 6 traps that neurodivergent people fall into without realizing it. All right. Number 1, which is part of the reason why we have the water break. All right. This one goes without saying. Not eating and drinking. All right. So if you are neurospicy in here, this is your reminder that it's time to get something to eat. It's time to get something to drink. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and do it early. We're going to go ahead and do an early water break. Somebody drop the magic word in the stream and let's get a water break in. Because something tells me that y'all have not been drinking water today. Like I just have a feeling that y'all are dehydrated. Like I can sense it from my Wi-Fi, from your Wi-Fi and your connection to my computer screen. I can tell that you're a bit dehydrated. Big cheers. Big cheers. All right, time to get some water in. Get some water. Get some water. Get some water. Whether you're hyperfocusing at work or whether you just had a long day, a lot of us forget to eat / drink. It's crazy. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and both of us were going through the same thing. He was like, Kojo, you know what? Like, he sent me a voicemail. He said, Kojo, I'm just reminding you, get some food. Make sure you're eating because, like, I almost forgot to eat today, and I damn near passed out. I was like, me too. I damn near almost passed out too because I forgot to eat. How can you forget to eat? And sometimes with ADHD, I feel that we only have a couple of modes. Like we have, a mode where we're not hungry at all. Then we have another mode where we're starving and like we're hungry and angry at the same time. We're so hangry because we've been ignoring our basic needs, not peeing, not eating, not drinking. And somebody says coffee has water in it. It does, so having coffee beats nothing, but coffee is a diuretic. So when you drink coffee, it's going to make you pee more. And you don't have anything that's like in your system if you're not drinking water. So the coffee got to go with the water. You can't just drink the coffee. You got to drink some water too. You need some water as well. All right. So not just coffee, but you need some water. Renee just got out of the hospital because of a kidney infection. Renee, sorry to hear that. I hope that you're doing better now. Hope that you're doing better. Kimberly, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I forgot to eat all the time as a teen. My friends would bring food and wave in front of me. So this right here is a sign of a good friend. If your friends know that you don't eat like that, and then they come around you, they wave their enchilada, they wave their pizza, they wave their burrito, whatever. Oh, that's a good friend because they know that you're not going to eat on your own. We probably need, actually, not probably, we need visual cues in order to start most things, whether that's eating, whether it's drinking. I got, this is Dasani, and this is like, store brand water. But I have about 20 of these around the house, and they're like half empty, like a third of the way full. There's a little bit of water in each one, but I keep these around the house. I could throw them away, but I keep them around the house because whenever I see water, I just drink water. Because we're going to err, more than likely, you're going to err towards the side of, not drinking enough. So when I see water, I drink water. If I see water, I drink water. If I'm in the bathroom and there's a water bottle there, oh, it's time to drink some water. If I'm in the living room playing video games, oh, there's water right there. Let me drink some water. Before I go to bed, it's a little bit tricky because you can wake up multiple times throughout the night to go pee. So there is a cutoff time that we should probably have with water, especially those of us who wake up multiple times to pee. It's very frustrating when you have to wake up I hate that. But by and large, just keep a water bottle in every room. Like there's 2 in this room. It's probably like 3 in my bedroom. It's like 2 or 3 in the living room. A whole bunch in the kitchen. Just out there to where I can see it. You need a visual cue or else you won't you won't do it. No liquids after 6 p.m. as it's 7:24 right now. And I agree with that. It's better to not eat. I mean, not drink too late. But for me, because like when you're neurodivergent, some of us are night birds. If you're a night bird, if you're a night bird like me, it's better to get water in at night than to not get water in at all. So maybe this for me is like 8:30 or like 7:30. But we should all be like Adriana and wake up and drink water if we can. If we can. Jim, I'm happy that you're able to relate to the videos. You can stay here for as long as you want. And Tahu was saying, I always forget to eat. Same thing with eating, guys. You have to make sure that you eat food. Like this goes without saying, because y'all are not kids. So I don't have to talk to y'all like kids, but sometimes we have to talk to ourselves like kids. Did you eat today? Did you drink water? Have you had enough protein? And when you ask yourself these questions and it's 3 p.m. and you haven't had any water to drink, then that kind of explains why your mood's a little funky. And like, don't be somebody who has to take ADHD medications as well. If you have to take ADHD meds, which already cut into your appetite and your thirst, then you should be eating a big breakfast. So if you're gonna eat, if you're gonna take your Vyvanses and your Adderalls and your Concerta and Ritalin and all that stuff, you should be eating the biggest breakfast of all time. You really should. Or at the very least, get a protein, get something in. Don't raw dog the morning, and then you take your meds and then you have coffee. Like nah, like you gotta eat or surround yourself around people who force you to eat, or at least have a visual cue for you. Have a visual cue for you. And on TikTok, the person who says share your own experience, all the things that I'm sharing, these are things that I do on my own. Like I'm talking from personal experience. Like I'm not talking like down to you, or I'm not saying something I heard somebody do. These are things that I do. Like that's like I'm a night bird. Like like I'm the one who like I do all these things. Yeah, the meds do dry us out. It sucks. The meds dry us out. And I mean, look, what's the price that you're gonna pay to focus? That's how I see it. Like, what will we do to focus? And the answer is we'll do a lot. We'll do a lot. So fortunately or unfortunately, this is just kind of what happens when we need to focus. Ooh, all right. This second one right here, Mickey Ficky. I can feel this one. Hyperfocus on the wrong thing, aka untimely hyperfixations. All right, this right here is. Did y'all see that side? That side is a side of somebody who deeply feels this. Ashley, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Like I really. That's why I have to give that deep sigh. I'm like. Hyper focusing on the wrong thing, and untimely hyperfixation is the worst because you feel powerless to your hyperfixation and you never know when it's going to take over. Like you may get the urge to doom scroll or like deeply research a certain topic at 1 a.m., but you have to be up at 7 a.m. Always happens at the worst possible time. Or you get caught up playing the game with the buddies. You're in the game, it's 9 p.m. You gotta wake up early at 5. Now it's 10 p.m. Now it's 11 p.m. Now it's midnight. And it's hard for you to get off the game. Now, it's hard for us to transition from the car to the house after work. It's hard for you to go from the bedroom to the shower after a workout. It's hard to go from the bed in the morning to out of the bed. So transitions take us a long time in general. Takes us a long time in general. Now, if hyperfixation has gripped you, then oh my goodness, like how much longer will it take you to go from point A to point B? And this is one of the reasons why we're behind on things. Like some of us are just perpetually behind. Like most days, we run like an hour and a half to 2 hours behind. And like we'll show up to things that we have to be on time for. But in a sense, your clock is 70 minutes behind everybody else's. These are things that take up our time. It takes up our time, and it also takes away our mental bandwidth. Like, have y'all ever come home from a long day and you sat down and you look at the time and it'll say 7:29 p.m. Okay, cool. And then you zone out for a second and you look back at your phone, then it says 9:14 p.m. You haven't even moved. You just sat down. Nothing happened. But it went from 7:29 to 9:14. Then you zone out again. Now it's 11:44 p.m. Like, where in the world is the time going? It just zooms by. And sometimes this is why we don't have the motivation to make plans, because we'll make plans, we'll make a schedule, but what's the point of making a schedule that you won't follow? Now, we should still, do our best to make somewhat of a schedule, but what's the point of making a schedule that you won't follow? It's very disheartening. And like, that's why I'm saying, for the person who said, talk about what you do, this is what I do. Like this is what I'm like, this is what I do. Just a minute can become 2 hours just like that. So don't let you be in the middle of a hyperfixation. If you're able to break away from a deep and intense hyperfixation, give yourself some credit. Or look, if you're able to hyperfixate on something for only 90 minutes instead of 4 hours, that's a win right there. Because sometimes it's just gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. We're gonna be on YouTube watching Civil War history, 1800s history documentaries. You'll click the wrong video and it'll be so enticing. The video will just like captivate you. And before you know it, you're on this deep dive and you're looking at the clock and you know that you need to be in bed. You know that you need to be in bed, but you're like, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. And then you're like, all right, okay, tomorrow is gonna suck. Tomorrow is gonna suck. The whole time you're still up, you're not going to bed. You're still doom scrolling. You're still researching this one intense thing. And the worst thing about it is that the things that you'll be hyperfixating on, it has nothing to do with anything that you're working on. You're an engineer and you're researching, the history of baby formula. It's completely irrelevant to whatever you're working on, whoever you are. Like, it's not gonna move the needle with whatever you have to do tomorrow. But it's just so captivating. And you've been so understimulated that you just can't stop this thing. Like, it's difficult. And this is where it helps to have help. Okay. One of the biggest reasons why, not to say that like I don't have anything to offer in relationships. I think I'm a decent young lad. I do okay. But one of the biggest reasons why I like relationships is that you have a buffer against yourself. If I'm up at night looking up the history of, baby formula, like how baby formula came to be, and it's 1 a.m. and I got to be up at 8:30, then my partner will be like, all right, Kojo, get to bed. Get to bed. Like, that's one of the best things about a girlfriend. It's time to go to bed. Like, I've been in the bed for an hour and a half. Where are you? I hope you're not on the game. I hope you're not on YouTube. Get off of YouTube. Give me your phone. Get off of YouTube. That's one of the best things about a partner. They keep you in check. Now, for those of us who spend too much time by ourselves, you can fall into a trap by being by yourself for too long. And look, guys, I know, like outside costs money, it drains you. I get that. But I force myself to go outside because I can't be by myself for too long, or else I'll be going into the most random deep dives. The most random deep dives. And oh my goodness. So if your girlfriend likes history documentaries too, all right, y'all might be screwed. Hey, instead of her telling you to get off of YouTube, she sends you another video recommendation like, hey, have you seen this video? I saw another baby formula video that was very captivating. So um could be screwed. But somebody has to be the bad guy, bad person, and like put an end to it. Somebody has to be the bad person and put an end to it. Somebody has got to do it. Keita says, my husband does that. He has Simon ADHD as well, but he says my butt. Keita's husband. Love the show. Whoever you are, my guy. There we go. He definitely has a better handle on it than I do. He's my biggest help, my kids as well. We're all neurospicy. A neurospicy family that is self-aware stays together. I love this right here. I love this. I love this. Look, it's going to take help from everybody. Everybody helps out each other. Because if your girlfriend likes history documentaries too, okay, well, one day you're the bad guy. The next day she's a bad guy. Hey, all right, okay. I'll let you scroll on your phone for a little bit. I'll let you scroll. I didn't say anything. But now it's 12:42 a.m. You have to be at the gym at 7 a.m. You got to be at the office at 8 a.m. Now you're only going to get 5.5 hours of sleep. And you're not going to be your best. We're going to get into an argument tomorrow because you're sleep deprived. So it's time to go to bed. Give me your phone. Give me your phone. That's love. Somebody who just takes your phone away. Not like in a like give me your phone. I'm going through your phone, but like in a hey, give me your phone right here. I'm going to put the phone in another room. Okay. I'm going to put the phone in another room. We're going to get a big alarm clock. And we're going to let the alarm clock just do what it needs to do. And then in the morning, you can go pick up the phone. You have to have rules for yourself, and especially when it comes to the phone and when it comes to YouTube. Okay. And now these rules that, you could use to help you transition away from tasks. Do I always follow them? No. But am I telling you what you should do? Yes. And should I do it? Yes. But timers, and like what Sam is saying right now. Like I feel that when you're sleeping because I said sleep deprived because of a hyperfixation, you feel the consequences the next day. Now, if you're in your 20s, you'll be fine. You can do this. If you're in your 20s, like you're a teenager, okay, 3 hours of sleep, you're fine. When you're in your 30s, by the time you hit 28, be careful with this. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Be careful. You're going to feel the fact that you got 4 hours of sleep. Like you feel it all over your body. You just feel it. You feel it. Renell, I appreciate you. You got overconfident. Right. And like we believe that the hyperfixation doesn't have as deep of a hold that it has on us, but it does. It really does. It really does. So you've got to find a way. And there's been times when I've been on a deep dive, and the only way that I was able to stop was because my internet started messing up. Like I'm watching a YouTube video, and all of a sudden my signal goes out. My Wi-Fi starts to trip, and I get frustrated. Like, why is my Wi-Fi tripping? Like why can't I watch YouTube? Like, what's going on? And then I keep refreshing. I restart, and it's not working. I'm like, you know what? This is God telling me that it's time to go to bed. It's God telling me to go to bed. Okay, got it. And now I'll go to bed. So sometimes, look, God works in mysterious ways. He works in mysterious ways. Andre, how are you? 3 alarms, different sounds, different time variable. this is a good hack right here. I think all of us can learn from, especially myself. You have to switch up the sounds because, like, after a while, if there's a certain sound that you always use, like your brain will just build up resistance to it, and it won't listen to it as much. So great hack right here. Great hack. And Keita, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. And see, Aisha, I have never seen a name like this. This is a very pretty name. Wow. Wow. Shout out to your parents. See, or is it Sisha? Sisha. Either way, this is a very pretty name. Sisha. This is cool right here. This is cool right here. Sisha. Definitely started creeping in at 28 and not at 33. Sleep and water cheat codes. Right. You get less than 7 hours of sleep. You're a whole different, you're irritable. Oh my goodness. Like sometimes you're in a really bad mood and you can't figure out why you feel so awful. And then you get 7 hours of sleep and then you drink 2 water bottles in the morning and you're like, I have the will to live. I belong on this earth. Oh, like seashell. Seasha. Yeah, I've never heard that name before. Really beautiful name. Wow. I like things that are different. I don't know if you can tell. I like things that are different. And I like odd alarm times, like 8:27, like Labia saying. It can't be like 7:30. That's too generic. Something that's like very like 7:14 a.m., 8:11 a.m. alarm. Like that's kind of like, that's what I like. And Unsung Brand says that's why I like you. Yeah, I didn't like my name for a long time. I didn't like Kojo, but I grew up and then there wasn't a lot of Kojos around. I'm like, all right, I can do this. I can do this. I can do it. And somebody says, how do ADHDers break bad habits? That's a question that's coming from TikTok. You got to replace it with something else. You have to replace it with something else. It's very difficult to just drop one addiction and just walk away from it like you never had it. Like you never see somebody who has been struggling to give up cigarettes just wake up one day, no Nicorette, no nicotine patch, no Wellbutrin. Just wake up one day and go like, cigarettes are behind me. It doesn't work like that. You normally need something else to replace the thing that you had. So what I like to do is I like to do harm reduction. And yo, so big facts. Whatever Medusa's saying here, replace whatever it is, it will be intense. Yeah. And you have to ask yourself, whatever the bad habit it is that you have, how much is it affecting you? So let's say you have a habit of doing like substance use, right? And the substances, because of it, you're isolating, you're having a hard time keeping a job, your relationships are all suffering. If that's what's happening because of the substance use, you have to figure out what else do you enjoy as much as THC or alcohol? What do you like just as much that won't hurt you that bad? All right. So if it's substances, then okay, maybe we can pick a ball. Now you can play pickleball too much to the point where you can be behind your responsibilities. But if we're looking at it from a harm reduction perspective, I would rather play pickleball too much than to be too drunk, too much of the time. So it's about figuring out whatever that addiction is, like the least, especially if you have ADHD, the least harmful addiction is the way to go. The least harmful addiction. So for a lot of people, that could be like video games. Like for me, I would rather use video games than to start a 8-month situationship with somebody because I was bored or lonely or Because those situationships, man, how much emotional energy can that cost you? How much money can that cost you? How much time can that cost you? So you have to figure out whatever you struggle with, what can you replace that thing with that won't hurt you as much? So reduction, harm reduction. Seisha's, same thing. Like you don't control addictions. There's a reason why they're called addictions. You don't control them. You just shift to something else that doesn't have as large of a consequence. All right. So, like, let's say your hyperfixation is people. You tend to get fixated on people, and then you find yourself in these 6-month entanglements, and then it's fun for a little bit, and it doesn't work, and you move on to the next person, but it's messing up your mental health. Okay, you can shift to video games. All right, but sometimes video games can video games can be so addictive to the point where you could isolate, lose your job. Like video games could also be pretty damn bad too. So in that case, you find something else. And I like what Leilani's saying. You have to look at what's triggering the addiction. Like what emotion comes before the desire to do what you want to do. So if it's like smoking, what emotion comes before? Oh, we feel sad every time. Oh, okay, got it. Alcohol. Oh, whenever I go through a big rejection, I'm gonna get a job that I want, or somebody breaks up with me, or I break up with somebody, or something that I really wanted to work out doesn't work out. Oh, then I go drink. So it's pattern recognition. Okay, it's pattern. And Bunny, you and me both. Oh, you and me both. Ain't nothing like a good 6-month entanglement to just give you a vacation from. Because I don't take like vacations. Like I love work. Like I love work. I love making videos. I love doing this. I love comedy. I love seeing patients. Like like the things that I do. Like I don't dislike. Maybe maybe emails, having to go through emails and like phone calls, that's hard for me. So like I dislike that part. But by and large, I like what I do. So I don't need a vacation. But like a nice 6-month entanglement, there's nothing like a random entanglement to put the color back into your life. But like obviously we know that it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. So you have to figure out the things that you're doing to make you feel a certain type of way. Normally it's because you're feeling a certain type of way. And it's funny, I was talking to my brother about this, and I said that, and look, I'm not a hyper independent person where I'm like, I can do it all by myself. I don't want relationships. No, like I love me a good woman or two or 3 in my life. But whenever my mental health is at its best, I'm never sitting there like, damn, like I could use a situation. But whenever I'm at a low, doom scrolling, a lot of brain rot, not leaving the house, isolating, that's when I'm like, man, a good woman in my life would be a good idea. It'd be a good idea. It'd be a good idea to have somebody to hold me down. Have somebody to hold me down. No, same thing with hypersexuality as well. Like, you can struggle with this within a relationship. You can struggle with it when you're single, and within a relationship, obviously you have somebody, so there's ways to manage it. But is this figuring out your patterns? Like nobody knows you as well as you know you. So you know your patterns. You know what you are doing that probably isn't the best for you, and what you should be doing that you're not doing that would make your mental health better. So it's so important to know yourself. Like Drake says, know yourself. Make you ficky, and that make you ficky get you in trouble sometimes. Make you ficky. No, you gotta know yourself. That Mickey Ficky can get you in trouble. Mickey Ficky. All right, this one right here is another trap that we fall into. Saying yes too fast. Okay. And I saw a video by Trevor Noah where he talks about um, ADHD and how he starts off with no. Somebody asks him something, no. Can you come here? No. Can you do this? No. No, no, no. He starts off with no, and then maybe if he feels compelled to do that thing or he believes in it a lot, then we'll go to yes. I, the word no will save your life. It will save your life. It will save your life. And I know, I mean, I'm telling all this, so I know this, but every now and then I have to just recalibrate. And I'm like, all right, man, Kojo, like, we're not doing anything new. All the emails, because we get so many emails and inquiry. No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. And then maybe a yes one of these days. Maybe a yes. But when you say yes too fast, you're going to find yourself burnt out and overcommitted. And my mom has this quote. She says, only a fool doesn't ever change your mind. You can change your mind. There's nothing wrong with changing your mind. I committed to going to a wedding the night before my headline show in Houston. I bought the ticket and everything. I thought I could fly from Houston to DC and then back on the same day. And I probably still can, but after talking to friends, like, Kodo, that's not a smart idea, bro. Why would you do it? You might get stuck in DC and then now you can't kick off your tour, and now you have to refund over 100 people their money back, and then the promoters are going to be upset. You could just stay in Houston. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, 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 cool. I don't have to say yes to everything. I don't have to say yes to everything. And Stephanie, yeah, it is. Um, it's a nice distraction, but if you have this pattern of hyperfixating on new love interests, then you got to ask yourself, like, what does it cost you? What does it cost you? Oh, learn to say no because my heart's so big. Guys, you can have a big heart, but there's nothing that feels worse than having a heart that is exasperated, a heart that is just apathetic. You're like, oh man, my goodness. And I think as of late, I need to do a better job of saying no. In general, I've become much better at saying no because I just don't have the time. But I need to go back to my no. No, 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 no. Because we don't even have the capacity for ourselves. Like adulting is difficult. And some of us have kids, some of us have spouses and responsibilities and jobs and patience. So how do you have the how do you have the bandwidth to take on all this extra that you're saying that you're going to do? No, you don't have the time. You don't have the energy. So say no. Just say no. Jasmine, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I like what Eden is saying here. It is easier to go from no to yes and vice versa. Because if you say yes, then you say no afterwards. Now you've disappointed the person. And sometimes you will do the thing that you don't have the time for because you don't want to let the person down. Because you say, oh, I already said yes. So like, I'll just do this time I'll do it. And the next time next time I'll say no, but this time I'm gonna see it through because I already committed to it. You don't have to commit to it. You can change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. This is funny, but it's true right here. Ain't nobody got time for that. But and respectfully, because if somebody's asking you to do something, you might not say this out loud, but in your mind, you're like, ain't nobody got time for that. Because look, people will ask you things. I mean, it's so crazy, and like I'm not sure what people be thinking, but people will ask you things without considering your time. And for the majority of us, that's the most rude thing of all time. People will sign you up for things and say, oh, I thought you'd be great for this. So I thought about this. I submitted your name to lead this big, amazing project. I told my friend about you. And like, I need you to talk to my friend because like y'all would, what do you mean? Like, what? Like, what do you mean? How are you gonna sign me up for something I didn't even know? Like, have you ever been to like a function or a party, and then you meet your friend, and they're like, "Hey, this is so so. I told them about you. Y'all would be great to work together. Like, y'all like your working styles. Like, yeah, y'all have to get each other's contacts information. Like, you need to talk to this person. This person, like your business works so well with their business. Y'all have to talk to each other, and they put you in this spot. It's like, yo, like, what do you mean? No. Like, you volunteered me for it, and you put me in a position to where if I say no, it's gonna make me look like a bad person. Well, guess what? I'm an awful person then. I'm an awful person. Kobe, what's going on, my guy? I'm an awful, awful person in that case. Mm, okay, thank you for sharing. Appreciate that. And, and look, I don't have time. Like, you could just say no. You could just say no. No is a muscle that you have to get better at flexing. You can't just say no like out the blue. Like, you have to start saying no over and over. No, 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 no. Oh, this is the worst. People just giving your number to my goodness. No. I've had this happen before. Now, like, my mom did it once. I'm like, Mom, you can't just give out my number. I have to block the person. And like, I'm sure the person was a good person, but I'm like, Mom, you can't just give out my number. Like, I have two phones for a reason. Well, three actually. You know, and I may change this current number. Because like with a text message, somebody can insert a thought into your head. Like, our phones are so powerful. We're not supposed to know this many people. I don't want to go too much on a tangent, but we're not supposed to know this many people. Like, we know way too many people. We're exposed to way too much, and our brains have way too many tabs open. That's why our brains are going so slow. Is because, like, we have to. Isn't it crazy how we have to adjust our phones to not give us notifications? You used to get like important notifications, like an Amber Alert in your area. Okay, a kid's been kidnapped. That's important. Put that on my phone. Like, that's a kid's been kidnapped. Now it's everybody. Like, Luka Doncic scored 60 points. Okay, I want the Lakers. I'll take the sports, like, notifications, but it's just everything. Like, um, my threads, Spotify, Ring, Snapchat, YouTube, Verizon, Yahoo Sports. March insanity. Kentucky prevails in the NCAA tourney after forcing overtime on wild buzzer beater. I don't even care about Kentucky, respectfully. Threads, Ring, Snapchat. Text from my homeboy Mike. I'll get back to him because I will play video games this weekend. LinkedIn, Vivid Seats. I don't know what this is. Aura Ring, Turo, Airbnb, Patreon, Meta AI, PayPal, Credit Karma, Alaska Airlines, PlayStation, MLB the show. Oh, MLB the show came out now. Okay, all right. So some of these notifications are MLB the show came out. What? Can y'all see this? Too much light. Y'all even care about MLB the show. Okay. Wow. Okay. I gotta get that game. Oh wow. Okay. So every now and then these notifications are helpful, but by and large, is this way too much? Like, it. No. It's too much. It's too much. Yeah. I'm gonna silence my stuff because Like you have to adjust your phone for that. Now I want my phone to ring like if my mom texts me, like if it's my mom, my siblings, any person on my team, like yes, even if it's 1 a.m. or something like that, like the call needs to come through, notification needs to come through for the most part. But a lot of these notifications, like my mom texting me saying that she needs my help versus Luka Doncic scores 60 points. I love the Lakers, but okay, come on, like give me some peace. Is this too much? Is this too much? It's too much. Oh, this one right here. This fourth one. Staying too long in bad situations. I have my iPhone give me a summary of my notifications twice a day. I'm gonna have to do this. I'm gonna have to do this because it's just way too much. Moms are mandatory. You gotta get back to mom. Fourth trap that neurodivergents fall into: staying too long in bad situations. Okay. Now, what are some reasons that we can stay in these bad situations? I mean, first thought that comes to mind is self-limiting beliefs. Staying in a relationship that's not helping you out, but it's easier than switching things up. Staying in a job that's killing your soul. And let's just say for the sake of this discussion that you have another job that you could work. Maybe the job pays you a little bit less, or there's a lateral job that you can go to, but it's just easier to be at this job, but it's killing your soul. All right. Being in friendships that is not benefiting you at all. Like we stay in these situations for way too long because we fear rejection. We fear starting over. It's not helping us out. Not helping us out. 7-year situationship. Wow. Wow. It's, it probably went on for 6.5 years too long, Eden. If we're keeping it in a buck. Earlier, we talked about a 6-month situationship to like put some spice back in our lives. Now, a 6-month situationship, in the summer, oh, you went on vacation, you met somebody. That sounds fun. Now, a 7-year situationship sounds like hell. It sounds like it went on for 6.5 years, too long. And we get better at that as we get older, figuring out, was this supposed to be this like a friendship, or was this supposed to be a full-on relationship? Was this supposed to be a 6-week situationship? Like what was it supposed to be? Because sometimes it'll be a 3-year relationship, and maybe you should have never even been like dating that person. You just stayed in a situation for way too long. Way too long. Yeah, I see. You don't recommend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mm. I stayed in bad situations because of the belief that I deserved it. Ooh, ooh. I was afraid and convinced happiness didn't exist for me. Oh, Mickey Ficky. The things that we tell ourselves, we gotta be careful. The inner dialogue that we have, the things that we tell ourselves. Mm-mm-mm. And rejection is painful. It's painful, but if you can connect the dots from emotion to behavior to your situation, it will actually change your life. Oh, I stayed in this situationship because I didn't feel good about myself. So I was feeling bad. So I stayed in this situation. So if I feel better, I won't be in similar situations. Or if I feel bad and I can figure out something else to do instead of doing what I did in the past, then I can make things better for me in the future. That's how you connect the dots. That's how you connect the dots. Together for 25 years, high school sweetheart. The last 10 years, we were just roommates. I finally had the courage to walk away. Lisa, thank you for sharing. And it's sometimes you grow apart from people. You just grow apart from people. And one of the worst situations to be in is to be stuck in a relationship that's clearly going nowhere. but nobody has the courage to say anything. It's like a slow and painful death. Like the writing is on the wall that this thing has been over since 2018, but none of us have the courage to say anything. So, this familiar hell beats potential, unfamiliar heaven, because it's familiar and it's predictable. So it's tough. It's tough. Tough, tough, tough. So sorry. Mm-mm-mm. I was afraid that I couldn't raise my neurodivergent kids without him. After we left, it was so much easier. And look, sometimes you don't know how strong you actually are until you put yourself in that tough situation where you're having to raise the kids in your. I'm not advocating for raising kids in your. Like, I'm not saying you should make things harder for yourself, but sometimes when you're put behind the 8 ball and you take the path that has the difficult consequence, like the difficult feelings in the short term, that is normally the path that feels best in the long run. Like, you either deal with the pain now and you deal with the peace later on, or you can give yourself the illusion of peace now and deal with pain for a long time. So the choice is yours. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. And I know. Like, I have to think that way to myself as well. And I normally take the path that has the short-term pain with the long-term peace. And that's difficult. That's really hard. Ring. Put that off. That's really difficult. That's really, I mean, it's hard than most people would assume it to be, knowing that the relationship is not going anywhere. But it was like, all right, okay, well, I'll keep her around. Like, she cool or whatever. Like, I guess she's pretty. Like, oh yeah, whatever. We'll just keep it. Like, I don't want to have to go back and find another person. No, you go through the pain in the short term. The long term, you'll be free. Long term, I promise you, you'll be free. Free. And B&B Brit, thank you so much. I sent it to my dad and aunt, undiagnosed. I appreciate you, Brit. Yeah. Placeholders. No. Placeholders. And Andrew, I'm reading your comment up above. Sorry to hear that was your situation. And right, once again, this is why, like, men and women are different, and it's important to know yourself. Let's say you're a man who is living with undiagnosed neurodivergence. Now, there's so many folks out here who are undiagnosed with no clue. But let's just talk about the men for a second. If you're an undiagnosed neurospicy fella, there's a good chance that you might lean more on your, with your emotions. Of course, the majority of us think with our guy down there. But if you throw in emotions feeling so intense, if you throw in rejection sensitivity, if you throw in executive dysfunction, okay, yeah. We can find ourselves in situations that aren't the best for us. And if you have no awareness of what is happening in your life, it can be very difficult for you. I find that for most people, it's difficult to just observe your life. Like, we should be looking at our lives quarterly. Like, every 3 or 4 months, just sit back and ask yourself, okay, what am I doing that I'm pleased with? What is happening right now that I don't like? Who am I around right now that I shouldn't spend that much time with them? Who am I not around right now that I would like to spend more time with them? To just sit back and observe your life. I find that 90% of people cannot do this. It's very difficult. When you sit back and observe your life, it's actually painful. You realize some things about yourself that you maybe didn't want to know. It's a very painful thing. It's a very, very painful thing. And if you're one of the people here in the comment section, Trip Arnold, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you're here on this live stream, okay, there's a good chance that you are the person in your circle that is the aware person. You're the diagnosed neurodivergent. You're the autistic or ADHD person in your circle. So you see things before other people can see it. So the work that you're doing on yourself is way harder than anything that anybody has ever had to do. Like, this is some serious, intense stuff right here. This stuff is difficult. This stuff is pretty hard. So if you're having to do all this painful inner work and nobody around you is doing it, you're going to get frustrated, and you're going to look at people in your life and say, why aren't you doing this work? But you have to give them grace, because when people observe their lives, sometimes it's too painful. And a lot of times we'll create a different reality for ourselves when life is just so damn painful. When our got you, Leilani. Got it. And Cinda, this right here, I am struggling with this right now, and I have struggled with this for a long time. Seeing other people struggle. I know they're undiagnosed because I'm Dr. Kojo, and I see what they do to stay distracted. They don't want to sit with themselves. My goodness. It's my goodness. I get told I'm a social butterfly and if I small talk, we're supposed to. Right. Sometimes we don't understand ourselves, Emily. I mean, it's you're first time on the live stream. Awesome Sauce 2624. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. And I ran out of water, but I'll give you a little bit of a sip. But yeah, some people, it's just too painful for them to analyze their lives. So and yeah, you anytime, Emily, give yourself some credit. Like, if you're doing the work, give yourself some credit. Give yourself some credit. Now, things are exhausting, and you don't have to be so in your head. It is helpful to remind yourself to have fun. Like, let's have fun. Like, let's not always be in our head. Like, it's time for us to, like, be present. Like, we deserve to enjoy life as well. But those of us who are more self-aware and we analyze our actions and we see how it impacts ourselves and other people, we're doing something that other people just aren't able to do. They can do it, but once they start to do it and they realize how painful it is, they will do something else. They'll no longer observe their life because it's just too painful. It's too painful to realize what's going on. It's easy to just numb yourself and go get high, go get drunk, and or find anything to distract you. A distracted brain cannot focus on what needs to be done. So sometimes it's just easy to show love to people because we're all fighting battles that can be hard for us to put into words. And those of us who are like observing our lives, it's taken everything that we have. It's taken everything out of you. Like, it's tough. It's tough. All right, number 5, fifth trap the neurodivergents fall into. Denny, thank you for your attention. Appreciate you. And the Houston show is April 26th. And at the meet and greet, it's a meet and greet. So you meet, you greet, take photos. I do my best to talk to as many people that I can at the meet and greet. No matter how long the line is in Houston, I'm going to talk to every person. Sam, we got the same problem, right? Like in the bag, girls. All or nothing thinking. Pink Jeep on TikTok, I appreciate you. All or nothing thinking. Black or white thinking. Sometimes it's difficult for us to realize that things are nuanced. Okay? Now, it doesn't have to be like, something doesn't have to be like the worst thing in the world or the best thing in the world. Things can be nuanced. All right? And sometimes you can have a bad 2 hours out of 24 hours, and it's not even a bad day. but because you feel these emotions so intensely, you think that you're having an awful week. No, it's just a rough 2 hours. Just a rough 2 hours. That's all. We're gonna push past through this, and it'll get better. But right now it's rough. Okay, this is cool. It's cool. All or nothing thinking. This is not the best way to do things, but we do this a lot. And like Chad is saying, it can be helpful to look for the gray. Look for the gray. Look for the gray. There's going to be times when you're stuck in a bad situation or something that appears to be bad. But if you observe it, you can realize that there's a couple of things that you learn from that bad situation that is helping you out. Okay. Or even the way that we process failure. If you're not failing, you're not doing it right. If you succeed at everything that you do, you're not pushing yourself. You're playing it safe. You should be failing at something in some capacity. All right. Instructions unclear. All my clothes are gray. So things are nuanced. Things are nuanced. Not splitting like with borderline personality disorder, where like one person is great and then one person's awful, or like this is the bad guy, this is the good guy, and then they can flip at any time. But more so thinking without nuance. When I say black and white, thinking without nuance. Situations will change based off of what's going on, who are people in it. Looking at things with the full context is the best way to look at something, because you can't just say, this is how it always is, or every time this happens is always bad. No, maybe the last time that this thing happened, it was bad for you, but now that it's happening again, it's good for you because you know how to navigate this situation. So it's just a matter of pattern recognition and figuring out what to do when you find yourself in this position again. So it's just important to have some nuance. But sometimes, even when we know that things are nuanced, we don't want to see it that way because we just don't want to. We just don't want to. And Winter Blizzard, thank you for your comment. I appreciate you. Yeah, variables are always changing. Number six trap that neurodivergents fall into: dopamine chasing. And these are not in any particular order, but this one could be number one right here. It could be number one. So you have to know, like, we all have dopamine that we we have our favorite ways to like consume dopamine, and we know that we should know what our dopamine traps are. We should know, like Bunny was saying earlier in the chat that she likes bad girls, or Sam was saying she likes bad girls, or he likes bad girls, and I was like, me too. And then Bunny was like, me three. Okay, so if that's the case, then you have to know, okay, all right, shoot, if it comes to women, then this is a danger zone for me. This is one of the preferred ways that I like to get dopamine. So how do I chill off a little bit? You don't have to like just stop talking to women in general. Like you don't have to be like fully, okay, I'm anti-women, don't ever talk to me. No, you just have to be aware that you have a tendency to prefer your dopamine in certain ways. So if that's the case, all right, like how do we get that same dopamine, but we get it in a drip? Like we don't get it all at once. What's a sustainable way to do this? Ooh, bad girls, fast cars, loud music. Sounds like a great life. This is a great life, ain't it? Amazon's not Amazon Prime. The way you can order something and it comes to your house in 3 hours. Be careful. Be careful. Not to touch his leg. Bad girls, right? So if this is the case, it just means that you should just be aware of this. Just be aware. It means that when you meet somebody and you're completely enthralled with that person, more than likely you're not in love. It's just lust. Okay. And I don't want to say just lust like it's nothing, but It's lust. Okay. Same thing with Amazon. The dopamine hit that comes from opening up a new package. Ooh, it feels so good. Sometimes you want to order things just so you can open it up. Because there's nothing like coming home, there's a package waiting for you, and it's like, oh my goodness, this package has my name on it. Like I'm about to open it up, and it has like this packaging. I get to, ooh, like it's for me. Like this is so cool. The whole time, credit card bill is going higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. Temu, same thing. And these websites are built on the backs of engineers who understand the algorithm. And there's a reason why when you Google something and you go on Amazon, you see that product up and down. Like if you've been looking for, um, you know, if you've been looking for batteries, you go on Amazon, you see AAA batteries, AA batteries, rechargeable batteries. If you've been looking for headphones, let's say I bought these yesterday off of Amazon. Next day you go on Amazon, you're going to have noise canceling headphones. You're going to have AirPods. The algorithm knows how to get you. AliExpress, all of them. AliExpress, Amazon Prime, all of them. All of them. They Temu, you got to be careful. Oh, Sam, you like the women with a nose ring hoop and a forearm tat? Ooh. I don't know about nose. Well, I'm sure nose ring. I had an era in my 20s that might not be over fully, where I was obsessed with women who had like a little belly button ring. I was like, ooh, a belly button ring. I was like, hey girl, it has to have a belly button ring. I've never been a really big fan of tattoos. Tattoos are cool, but I've never been a big fan of tattoos. Um, Blue eyes. Okay, okay. And this is funny right here. I like a man with a job. This is funny. This is funny. Uh, you should do stand up, Andrea. This is funny. This is funny. Um, you got similar taste. Oh, you like women with the belly button ring? I think the biggest dopamine high is trying to keep my partner on his toes. Well, see, this is healthy right here. Keeping him on his toes, keeping him quick and sharp and nimble. Both y'all can keep each other on your toes. That's healthy. YouTube is a job, mom. I'm weak. I watched Andrea at open mic. Okay, Andrea, the people are showing you love. They're showing you love. You gotta find your way to an open mic. See Zoe walking around. I gotta go take her out to potty. You gotta do stand up, Andrea. Dopamine chasing. Dopamine chasing. It's a trap that we all fall into. And if you're finding yourself more consumed with looking for dopamine, like quick, like hits of dopamine, scrolling on social media, like looking at like date people, like Amazon, anything where you can get like a whole bunch of dopamine all at once, it's a good time for you to ask yourself, how regulated am I? How much sleep am I getting? How much exercise am I getting? Am I drinking water? Like, I might actually, like, I might be dehydrated. The whole time the person you're texting thinks that you're horny. No, I'm just dehydrated. Once I get some water, it's over for you. Once I get some water, like, I'm going to bed. I just need to drink some water and call it a night. That's all. I haven't been in a long-term relationship with a man who hasn't done serious prison time. Oh, wow. Okay, then in that instance, I think a job would be pretty cool. Deidre, I think a guy with a job would be we'd be knocking it out the park. We're making some progress. Dr. Mike, yeah. Mike, Max, Make that's funny. Water saving the day. I like blood and rings. That's because you always have pretty women in your videos. I like pretty women's. Yeah, I like pretty women's. I think everybody does. I think even women like women that are pretty. Not every guy likes all guys, but we become friends easy. But every woman likes a pretty woman. Stop chasing felons and never. All right. Now there's some felons that turn their life around. All right. Some felons turn their life around. So I don't want to be the all police and say all felons are bad. There's a couple that will turn it around, you know. Or a funny one. You're right. Now some people are haters. Yeah. There's just some haters out there. It'd be like that. June says, I'm non-binary, and I too like pretty women. Yeah, I think that's one thing I've noticed. Like everybody likes pretty women. Like every even babies. Like, have you ever seen a baby like go up to like a pretty woman and just be like, try to touch their face? Everybody likes pretty women. Max, I appreciate you. He didn't steal your heart, but maybe your car. Oh yeah, I'm diagnosed for sure. I'm heterosexual, and I'd rather see pretty people. Just being honest. Okay. Mm. And now here's the thing. I do think that when it all boils down to what makes like a connection stick, it's like the heart that somebody has, the character that somebody has. I will agree with that. But in the beginning, before you know what type of heart or character somebody has, you're running straight off of pure vibes and aesthetics. But it is actually this is Lilani's opinion, so like I'll respect this. But for me, no, it's not the heart that attracts me. I'm just being honest. Like the heart don't do a damn thing to attract me. The heart is what takes it to the next level, but the heart don't do nothing to. I can't even see your heart when I meet you. Like I don't know. You can have an ugly heart. Like who knows? I couldn't take my boys anywhere without them getting used to it. It'll get you. It'll get you every single time. Now, yes, I have realized this that there are some haters out there. I didn't know that this was something that was going on in the woman community, but I have been on some TikTok videos and some algorithms where I've seen that this is a thing. Like a lot of women don't like somebody that could appear more beautiful than them. So sucks because it's like we can all win. I don't think one person winning doesn't mean that somebody else loses, but right, facts. That's why people hate on those with kind souls more beautiful. Yeah, now, if you have like conventional attractiveness and a kind soul, oh yeah, I think you're definitely gonna get people hating on you even more because people know that you have like you're a good person at heart. You're a good person at heart. Now it takes me some time to find someone truly attractive. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. No, you have a kind soul, Leilani. Women can be brutal. And guys, I have heard this. I have heard this that some women can be very brutal to you if you're neurospicy. This is what I've been hearing that the women's haven't been nice to other women's. That's what I'm hearing. We got to put an end to it, but that's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. We got to be nice to each other. Vaughn prays on TikTok. I appreciate you. Jess says, I've always been fixated on my looks for survival. Respect. Respect. Mm. Mm. Intelligence and learn and willing to learn. I like that. I like that. Reasons I am long term. I mean, it's interesting for women. Like I think that for guys, like like a guy will see another guy. Well, envy's a thing. I think a guy will see another guy who could be more successful and could be intimidated. But I don't think we have the same thing looks wise where there's another handsome guy in the area and we're like, oh no, he's handsome. It's like, okay, sure, yeah, cool. Let him do his thing. But one thing I will say is, like if when it comes to looks, since we're on the topic of it, don't because like I think it's a little bit of an unpopular opinion to say it, but I'll say it. You should be attracted to your person and physically. Like high character individuals, whether it's relationships or whether it's friendships, like just looking for high character people is very difficult. And I'm on that journey to gather as many high character individuals around me. And that's always a priority to me. So that's so important. It goes without saying. But I don't think that we don't talk about how important physical attraction is in relationships. Like we just take it as a foregone conclusion that, oh, like, yeah, of course you'd be attracted to them. No, you should be attracted to your person. You should physically, like I'm talking from a pure vanity standpoint, you should be attracted to your person. Because I don't see us talking about that enough. We talk about, oh, like they have to have a good heart. And yes, that's the harder thing to find. Somebody with a good heart, somebody who's a high character person, that's harder to find. So yes, we need to do that. However, do not date somebody. Don't entertain somebody without you being physically attracted to them. And Ezra, it could be looks maxing. I'm not sure what the term is now. But you should be attracted to your person. Because we don't want to talk about that. And it doesn't have to be like your friends don't have to think that they're attractive. You know how like you meet somebody and your friends are like, oh, who are you talking to? Show us 3 photos on Instagram so we can see your person. Your friends might not think that your girl's attractive. Your friends might not think that your guy's attractive. But guess what? What they say doesn't matter. You're not doing it to impress them. But you at home, you should be attracted to your person and you should be highly attracted to them. Like physically. Like you should want to take their pants off. Like we don't talk about that enough. Because sometimes we get online and we feel like we have to say like the right thing. Oh yeah, like I want them to be like a good person. I want them to be a good person. And I want them to be kind person. No, you want to take their pants off and that's okay. That's okay. We can tell the truth. And Lawrence, I'm happy your wife wasn't trying to impress her friends too, because Lawrence, if your wife's friends don't like how you look, but your wife, she digs you, even better. Even better. Even better. Spicy. And yeah, look, this stuff it is kind of complicated and it's nuanced and feelings especially are complicated. But I think that we can make things easy for ourselves if you are like, because I see people try and force things when there's no physical attraction and it doesn't work. And like I did that one time in my life, my 20s, and not to say that she wasn't like attractive. Like yeah, she was attractive. Like she wasn't unattractive. Gorgeous smile, like a great girl. But it like I had to like look for reasons. Like it wasn't there like off the bat. but everybody was like, oh, like y'all be like great, like because she likes what you like, y'all be great. But like that desire to want to take her pants off, to want to try and see if I can snap the bra off with just one hand, with my eyes closed. It wasn't there. Like it was just more so like, oh, we can be pen pals. So sometimes when it comes to relationship issues, we suffer because we just picked the wrong person. Plain and simple. We just picked the wrong person. For us. We just picked the wrong person and you're trying to fit a square into a circle. A lot of relationships should have never even started in the first place. You just picked the wrong person. You just picked the wrong person. That's all. The wrong person for you. Like, yeah. The one hand snap. When you see your person, you should want to, like, you should be thinking about shucking. Like, this is my person. Like, I want to shuck my person. You feel me? The Mickey Ficky. Yeah. Don't try and convince yourself. No. Don't try and convince yourself to date them. And Lauren from Alaska, how are you doing? Is it normal to stay away from dating? I don't know about normal, but a lot of us who have had trauma or just haven't had a lot of luck, or you question how, like, worth it is. Yeah, you'd want to stay away from dating. Or when you think about the cost, because like for myself, when I think about the cost, how much it would cost, or how much like it would take for me, like that gives me some apprehension. It's like, oh yeah, go date this girl today, but like the follow up and like will I run out of energy? I think about things like that. Question is asked of me: debating if looks or character is more important. In a relationship, looks, but you need character. It's kind of like a trap question, like, because if you have it's no. It's a catch 22. Because if you're dating somebody who you're not attracted to, but they have a great character, that's a pen pal. That's not, like, you look at them and there's no desire to want to shuck. I need to have a desire to shuck. All right. So no looks, all character doesn't work. All looks, no character makes for a great shucking partner, but it doesn't make for a good life partner. When she lives in Juneau. Facts. You know how hard it is to get to Juneau, Alaska? You know. And Becca is saying the truth right there. Becca says if they're a 10, their character only needs to be decent. Okay, so somebody's telling the truth right there. Somebody's telling the truth. You need character. I mean, you need both. Unfortunately, you need both. You need both. You need both. And they don't have to be like, I mean, they don't have to be like, I don't know, like a Beyonce or like whoever, they don't have to be whoever, or Scarlett Johansson. No, as long as you like the person, then, we're good there. Shucking. Yeah, no, there are some asexual people who do exist. So that's the thing. I'm polyamorous. I have a girlfriend I don't shuck, and a boyfriend I do. Oh, I like how you're using my terminology. It makes sense to me. Like, I get this. This makes sense to me. You got a girlfriend that you don't shuck and a boyfriend that you do. This makes sense. This makes sense to me. It makes sense to me. My married ex-friend has autism. We were great friends until I discovered she was gossiping about me and was attracted to me. Whoa. Oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Well, I mean, if you hate your husband and neglect intimacy, that's not exactly a recipe um for success. But my goodness. Mm. You know how hard it is to find a pretty girl with character who rides a mountain bike? Um, Sam, I would say yes. Pretty damn hard. Uh, the mountain bike and the pretty part is not the difficult part, but the all three together, yeah, I think that's a little difficult. And Nikki says on TikTok, I feel like it's hard to date when you think everyone is honest and literal because you are. No, that's a key neurodivergent dating struggle. Just communication wise, the average couple out there has major challenges when it comes to conflict resolution and communication. So if you're neurodivergent and you talk a different language, then you got to find ways to connect with people who know what you're saying and vice versa. I need to be less. That's funny. And this right here is a great comment, Cinda. Nice name, by the way, because I keep wanting to say Cindy, but Cinda. Like and this is good for me to say, especially because of the topic here. Neurodivergent people, you cannot afford to not have a supportive partner. So hotties do help. I agree. Like you should want to shuck your partner. Like make no mistake about it. But if you're neurospicy, you need somebody who is there to help you. You need somebody to help you. Like I just gave y'all 6 traps that neurodivergents fall into: not eating, not drinking, hyper focusing on the wrong thing, saying yes too fast, staying it too long in bad situations, all or nothing thinking, dopamine chasing. So these are 6 traps, and that's just 6. There's a lot more traps that you can fall into. Having somebody who can help you is so important. It's so important. Obviously, like if they look good, it helps. But on your worst day, how that person looks, it doesn't do anything for you. So like once again, this is why this conversation needs nuance, because the looks get you in the door. But when you're having a day where you can't get out of bed and you're depressed and you just don't feel like it and you're at your lowest moments, who will have a grace for you? And if they're hot, it helps. But a kind person goes a long way. No unsupportive shocking. Yes. No unsupportive shocking. I agree. And yes, the tour dates are all online, and the link is in the bio. Houston is April the 26th. Then we're in Nashville May 31st. New York City June 11th. Chicago, Illinois June 18th. And Jess is saying dating is hard because of my pattern recognition. Once something is different, I'm jumping to conclusions. Yeah. You can't unsee things that you recognize. So I understand that. California. Actually, speaking of California, I'll be doing stand up before the Clippers game at Intuit Dome. That's April 8th. And then I do have a show in California, April 10th at the Fourth Wall Comedy Club. So, I mean, I don't think about my California dates because those are my home clubs. But yes, 2 comedy shows in California, April 8th before the Clippers game, and then April 10th at the Fourth Wall Comedy Club in Hollywood. I feel like neurodivergents struggle with sharing a bedroom. We need a king and queen quarters. What do you think? Yes, I agree. If you're neurodivergent, you need a lot of space. Yes, I need a lot of space. UK, eventually. I would love to come out to UK. Jess will be at the show in Nashville. Jessica, cannot wait to see you at the show in Nashville. I cannot wait. I am not Nashville's going to be so good. We're looking to add a second show as well, but Nashville is going to be so good. I cannot wait for it. And Jesse, look, you might find your person at the show. Look, if there's going to be over 100 neurospicy people at these comedy shows, You can find your person. Somebody who doesn't like to leave the house like you, but they came out for comedy. You can find your person. And the two in April, early April, are in Southern California. April 8th at the Clippers game, before the Clippers game, and April 10th at the Hollywood, at Fourth Wall Comedy Club in Hollywood. Sam says, I'm good looking job, not looking for man. Sam, tell these girls to holler at you. Tell these girls to holler at you. Keita, I would love to see if the show in Houston. And yes, I think I've talked about this before, but and candidates, I just came back from Vancouver like a week or two ago, but I'd like to add some more. And I'm looking to come back to Alaska. I am looking to come back to Alaska at some point. Have you found your person? Nah, I'm single. I'm also on the streets myself. Max, you can view on YouTube. I gotta come to Anchorage. But speaking about masking in a relationship, guys, you mask. Now, I'm not saying you should mask, all right, but we do mask because it helps us get jobs and keep jobs. It helps you make friends. Like in the beginning, you mask so you can connect with people, all right? But you should not be masking in a relationship. Like that defeats the whole purpose. Like you're masking in the place where you should be yourself. And if you mask to start the relationship, guess what? You have to keep masking to keep the relationship going, which is why I say in a relationship, the sooner you can be yourself, the better. Hopefully from the beginning, but as soon as you can be yourself, the better. You know, unmask, right? Unmask slowly, but in a relationship, like, come on, like that's your person. You don't have to mask. That's your person. Street, we'll see you in Houston. And my perfect marriage would be me and my spouse living next door to each other. Something like this, or like a house where I have upstairs and she has downstairs. We just need our own space. Sometimes it's not the fact that you can't get along with your person. It's just that y'all are in too close of quarters. Like you need your space. They need their space. I think that could really help keep a lot of relationships going. Rebecca, yeah, no masking with your person. That's your person. No masking with your person. Ottawa, I haven't come to Ottawa yet. I've never been to Ottawa. I'd love to. I'd love to come there eventually. Let me see. Hopefully, one day they'll see the ugly blanket meltdown I'm having to share. Oh, like if it's your actual person, you don't care about all this stuff. Like if it's your person and they're drooling and they're sweaty, like it's not an issue because that's your person. You're rocking with them, you know. So like, it is what it is. And yeah, you should put your weird out front and center. Yes. Lovita. Okay, with Skool, I'll look and see. We'll play around with it and we'll see what we need with the Skool community. And I do appreciate that. Naya says, I saw some California because you got hyperfixated on. Oh, so I get on California Kush. Closest but physical space. These thoughts too expensive. And see, these are the things that, and a lot of neurodivergent relationships, people do things like this. Like you have your closeness, and you'll be close to your person, but like you'll also be able to do your thing as well. And a lot of people are undiagnosed and they don't know that they're neurodivergent, but their relationships take on the same type of patterns where they always do best when they have space. Like you have your own space. Not like you're trying to like hide away from your people, but like you need space to be you, and you also need space to like be with your person. It is you just need space. And no, these are good first aid questions. Like especially after 30 years old, you don't want to waste your time. They sound like job interviews. You want kids? Where you want to live? What do you do? You want a bunk bed? We wouldn't sleep in the pretzel, right? Because like when you're rocking with somebody, you're rocking with them. Bunk bed. Now, Patrick, I don't know if I would want a bunk bed with my lady. Like we can sleep on the same bed, but um, I don't know. Maybe a room with a bunk bed would be fun. I don't know. Uh, oh wow, I've been a 12 step for 10 years, realizing it's all autism ADHD. I can see that. I can see that. I can really see that. Well, you would gross that if I eat 12 tacos. Right. These are the things that mm-hmm. I've had to explain work self versus self at home. Yeah, like if you're explaining yourself too much, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Mm. In Mexico, couples share a hammock and make it work. Ah, okay. So, sometimes, like it all boils down to like just like being with the person for you versus not. Because like sometimes you'll be dating somebody and you'll be thinking that you're incompatible, you can never date again, and like everything is all bad, and then you get with somebody else, and then you're like, oh my goodness, like I'm not broken, like I didn't know that people like me, like I didn't know that I could actually be in a relationship. So sometimes it's it's just a fit. It's just a fit. If you have to change too much of yourself for the person, because we all want somebody that we can remain as close to ourselves as best as possible. So if you can remain you, like if you can be as you as you can be in a relationship, right? Sometimes you can't be like all the way you, but if you can be as you as you could be in a relationship while being with them, that's a really good sign. That's a really, really good sign. Um, there's a hammock sutra. What? A hammock sutra book. Okay. So I'm coming out there, sweetheart. My dog is getting antsy. Having our own bedrooms give us an extra Mickey Ficky shucking bucket. Mm. No, so like I really think that like whenever I do get married, I'm a fan of having our own bedrooms. Not that we'll always be in our separate bedrooms, but like a space where I can watch Titans games and be hella loud, and then a space where she can watch Love Island or whatever, like whatever that people watch on TV. I don't know, but that'd be cool, because then now like I got it's like you can come over to my place, I can go over to your place. So sometimes we can shuck at my place, and sometimes we can shuck at your place. You know. uh oh man, shucking. Lose week at the shucking. Oh boy. But yes, it's been a really, yeah, that's the definition of role play. And Max is saying our own bedroom is a secret to making it last. It might be. And I'm sure there's some people who have that set up and it's probably working. Right, Andre, exactly. You can say, why don't I come over to my place tonight? Yeah, yeah. Y'all are seeing what I'm saying. Yep. Own bedrooms. Yep. And in my bedroom, I might have a bunk bed. I don't know. Like I can have a bunk bed. Like it's gonna be like a whole like play place. It's gonna be fun. I'm like, you want to come over and you want to shuck at my place? And tomorrow we can go shuck at your place. The shuck and truck and oh my goodness, this community is the best. This community is the best. All right, okay. I gotta go hit the gym today because I skipped it this morning. It's leg day, and I don't want to do legs, but I gotta do the hard thing. So gotta go hit this workout. Once again, great live stream. Good week of live streams in general. Next week is our next week is a travel week. Next week is a travel week. All right, so next week we'll do live streams on Monday and Tuesday because next week I gotta be in like 4 different states. So it's a lot of traveling, but yes, next week we'll do the live stream on Monday and Tuesday. Great week of live streaming. I hope that everybody finds some time to relax this weekend. Like, yeah, like we'll get some stuff done and do what we gotta do, but find some time to enjoy and like just relax. Lavita, sorry. But we gotta find some way to relax and enjoy ourselves this weekend. And whether we can take a nothing day or whether we're playing video games, whether you go out, to the club and find somebody to shuck with, whatever the case may be, we need to find some time to take a break and take a pause, catch our breath, and do our thing this weekend. That's what the plan should be. All right. So, and rest is a good hyperfixation. Like get some rest. That's what I've been focusing on, getting rest. And I can't wait to get 9 hours of sleep tonight, and then 9 hours again on Saturday night, and then 9 hours again on Sunday night. That's what I'm thinking about. Oh, 9 hours of sleep. And if you want to go to the club like Bunny, hey, go to the club, do what you got to do, but also take care of yourself. All right, so take care of yourself. And also, I'm just mentioning that the link for the comedy tickets are in the bio. We kick off in Houston, Texas, April 26th at the All Jokes Aside Comedy Club. I'll be in Houston early. I'll get there on a Thursday. I'll go to the Astros game. I'll go to State 48. I'll go through my whole routine that I do whenever I'm in Houston. And then after that, we go to Nashville, Tennessee at the Zanies Lab. Nashville's going to be a great show. I get to, sleep at my cousin's house because I grew up in Nashville. So it's a homecoming for me. The tickets are selling great, both cities. In fact, we're looking to add a second show in Nashville, Tennessee. So it's going to be amazing to be in the Music City, in my hometown, coming back to Tennessee. And after that, we're going to New York City and Chicago, 2 amazing American towns. And for more information on all the tickets, hit the link in the bio. Yes, Nashville, May 31st. It's going to be amazing. I love Nashville. I can't wait. I'll be in Nashville a few times this year because I'll definitely be back for football season and watch my Titans. I'm very excited about the team that we have this year and what we're going to do in the draft. So Nashville is going to be a vibe. So, yep. All right, y'all. This has been a great live stream. Awesome live stream. Thank you so much for your attention. And I will see you all Monday, 6 o'clock, 6-ish West Coast time, which is 9-ish on the East Coast, which is 8-ish Nashville, which is 7-ish Arizona time, which is 6-ish Los Angeles time, which is 5-ish Alaska time, which is 4-ish Hawaii time, which is 2 a.m.-ish London, England time. All right. Until next live stream, y'all, take care. Peace. I love y'all.